Namaste everyone. Very good morning to all of you. We'll
Namaste.
begin.
Namaste.
Namaste.
So let's begin today's session. Yeah. Everyone back in next straight. You can gently close.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Today's my first lesson actually.
Yeah.
I joined last evening, and so if you can help me, what exactly I have to do?
Yeah, I'm guiding you. We'll start the class with 3 Om and
Okay.
3 Shanti. Yeah. So just make sure that your back and neck is straight. Gently close your eyes and start observing your breath. Allowing the breath to flow at its natural rhythm. And just observing. Each inhalation and exhalation.
Be comfortable, keep your spine tall, nicely comfortable. Keep your chest nicely
Now
comfortable.
begin with breath.
Back, palm,
Someone's mic on. Can you please turn off your mic? And slowly begin to deepen your breath. Slow, long, and deep inhalations. Slow, long, and deep exhalations. We'll chant Om 3 times, followed by 3 Shanti. After your next exhalation, inhale deeply for Om. Shan, Shan, Shanti. Just observe the breath. Feel the difference. Join both the palms together and rub them together. Place them over your eyes. Slowly, while blinking and looking at the palms, open the eyes. And namaste to everyone. Let us begin today's session. So this is your yoga philosophy class. So last time we were discussing what yoga is. Yes. So we had completed one definition of yoga, yoga's chitta vritti nirodha. So any doubts from that particular sutra? Okay, right. So let's go to the next meaning that has been given in the famous yogic text, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Yes, I am sure that most of you would have heard of this text, and it is considered to be one of the shortest but fastest way to get in touch with yoga. And once again, it's like a text which still, there are so many learnings from it which you can still apply in your life, and it's a way of leading your life. So if you ever get an opportunity, chance, time, all of these things, so please read this text. It's actually very insightful. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna ji tells Arjun what yoga is. Okay, so Arjun was in a conflict. He was in a war where he had to fight his own family. And when he entered the war, and there was some time given to strategize before entering the war, uh, he saw that his family members were standing on the other side, and not only that, his guru was also standing on the other side. Now, the guru and I can say guru and student relationship is very, very different, and it is very, very close. Okay, because the guru has a deep understanding of how the student is and what the capability of the student is. So, and in ancient India, uh, students were sent to the Gurukul. So, everything and anything that the Guru told them, they used to do. Their entire day was planned out in that way. So, they were very close to the Guru. So, now when he saw his family and Guru on the other side, he came in a conflict. So, Bhagavad Gita, when we'll have a separate class on Bhagavad Gita also, but I'm just telling you in short. So when he saw his family and Guru standing on the other side, he came in a deep conflict of how he was supposed to act in that situation. So Krishnaji starts to explain to him what he has to, like, why he has to fight. So in that, in between all of that, he gives different meanings of yoga. So one of them is samatvam yog uchyate. Okay. Hearing a lot of noise. Is it okay now? Or are you still hearing noise? I just saw that.
A
Okay.
little background noise is there.
Little background noise is there. Okay. Great. How is it now? Is it better?
Yeah, it's better now.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'll just write it down in the chat box for all of you. So he said Samatvam Yoga Uchyate in the second chapter, 48th shlok. I'm going to spell this out too. So Samatvam is SAMATVAM, Samatvam. Yog, YOGA, and Uchyate, UCHYATE, Uchyate. And this directly means balance or equanimity is yoga? Okay. So I've written it down in the chat box also. Okay, so I'll go ahead and explain this. So he says that balance or equanimity is yoga. Now, reading this is very easy and okay. For me, the meaning of balance, whatever I understand by balance, I can say that that thing is yoga. But for him, like when he was saying that balance is yoga, it's not about your physical balance that you maintain, it's about the mental balance that you maintain in various situations. So, suppose something happens which is external to me, and uh, suppose because something has an impact on me, the state of my mind changes along with it. So I can take a very simple example that suppose when I'm talking to someone, if they say something which is pleasing to me, then the state of mind will change accordingly. And if they say talk of something which is not pleasing to me, then my state of mind will change according to that. And an emotion according to that particular word will be generated. Yes, so that is why when somebody abuses, we we are so used to hearing those words that we don't even need to comprehend. We naturally get a reaction to those words because we understand that word and we understand in which context it is coming to us. So the anger comes very naturally, like the anger comes out very naturally. So it's because we understand certain words, and our mind processes that information in that way, and it causes a fluctuation in the mind. Okay. So when something external is happening to you, then you are able to maintain a stable state of mind. Okay. Despite whatever it is, I don't care what is coming towards me. If my mind is silent, if I am in a neutral position, if I am in a balanced state of mind, then that same thing will not impact me that much. That is why the same thing you will see. Suppose there is one thing that is happening and 10 different people are viewing it. So 10 different reactions will come out of those 10 different people, depending on how they perceive that situation. Yeah, that is what cultural difference, I can say in a broader term, that is what cultural difference is. That the same thing, but there are different, I can say, different traditions value different things. Yes. So if something happens out of that tradition or culture in that culture, then it is looked down upon or maybe appreciated depending on what the action is. Yes. So he said that maintaining this balance is what yoga is. I'm not affected by happiness or sorrow, or maybe on a physical level also, I can say that if there is, like in India, we and not we see extreme summers and extreme. So after you start walking on the path of yoga, and your sense of awareness will increase, and your sense of neutrality will also increase along with all the practices. So slowly you will start seeing that even these external conditions are not having so much impact on you now. Earlier you couldn't sleep without AC, now you can sleep with the cooler. Maybe it will go step by step down, but that same heat will start having less impact on you. Why? Because you are going in a process where you are training your mind to come to a neutral state where it is not constantly reacting to everything that is happening around it. It is stable and things are still happening around it, but it remains stable. Yes? Any doubts on this? Samatvam Yogichita. Okay, great. Then the next definition that you will find in Bhagavad Gita is yoga karamsu kaushalam. I'm just typing that down. 2.5. The second chapter, 50th slok, he says, yoga karmasu kaushalam. I'm sorry. So skillfulness in action. Skillfulness in action is yoga. So I'll just spell this out also. YOGAH, yoga, karmasu, 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 and then we have kaushalam, KAUSHALAM. Okay. Okay. So then he gives one more definition and he says that when you attain skillfulness in your action, then you can say that now you are in the process of yoga. Everything before that, you're just putting an effort to reach that stage of balance or maybe reach that stage where there is skillfulness in your action. Everything you do before this is a pre-practice or preparation for the main stage which is full of detachment, I can say. Okay. So now I can say, okay, skillfulness in action. How do I define the skillfulness? Okay. So there are certain points which you can write down, which will make sure that the skillfulness is restored in your action. One thing, that when you do one action, then all of your being is with that action. Okay. So modern concepts like multitasking do what? They do not allow us to stay focused on one thing that we are doing. And because of that, because of this divided attention, you would observe that people who multitask, sometimes what happens is that when they are doing 2 to 3 things together, then they tend to, I can say, something goes wrong in at least one of those things because they are not able to give their full attention and focus to that one. Now, if I am talking to you and simultaneously, like I'm teaching and simultaneously music is playing in the background and I am writing down while I'm teaching you. So these things will do what? Whatever I am delivering to you, it won't be as clear because my mind will be distracted in other things. So the main thing that I have to focus on giving my lecture, I won't be able to do it properly. Yes. So when you are doing something during your day, make sure that you don't mix up 3, 4 things along with that. Do that one thing. Focus and concentrate on that one thing. Okay. Then the second thing which will determine that your action is skillful or not is that there is a sense of detachment from the fruit of the work that you are doing. Okay. So now I will take a very, like, let me take a very day-to-day example that I only face. So when I go home, then sometimes, most days I am expected to contribute in the household work. Yes, that happens with most of us. Yes, so when I do that work, So suppose they ask me to wash the utensils. So when I do that work, then I'm working. I don't like washing utensils, so I'm washing the utensils, and I'm just like, okay. So I put on music to make that task more joyful for me. Yeah, enjoyment. I look for enjoyment, so I'll put on some music, and then I'm washing the utensils. Okay. Then what happens is that once I complete my work, I am focused on, like, if I completed my work, that somebody around in my house sees that I have completed the work and they appreciate me for it. Yeah. So all this while when I was doing my work, my entire focus was, first of all, my entire focus was not on one thing. Okay. Because I had to enjoy the task. Second of all, what happened was when I finished my task and nobody was there to see it or appreciate that I have completed that thing, it caused me a lot of sorrow. Yeah, I was just like, I do the work and nobody appreciates it, nobody sees what I am doing. Why did I even start doing that thing? All of these emotions start coming up in my mind because I am attached to the result. I am looking for the reward associated with that task, even if I don't like doing it. Okay. So that causes a lot of suffering inside. So my action over here is not skillful because I'm constantly attached with the result that it is going to give. So when we deal in our day-to-day life, we see that it's very hard to become detached from the expectations when we do a particular thing. And just try to observe everything that you do during the day. What is the subtle intention behind the work that you are doing? If you have a reward attached with it, some sort of reward that really attracts you, then understand that that action has lost its purity. Because if I am looking at my work as something that I have to do, then I will do it regardless of anybody pressuring me to do that work or expecting that work out of. So when I talk of skillfulness or perfection in my action, there is no attachment to the fruit of the work. Okay. And in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna ji also says that once you come in this human form, it is impossible to live without karma. Okay, so karma will be going on one level or the other. So suppose that I am sleeping. Okay, now you will say, what karma or action am I doing then? So in the thoughts, that same thing is going on. We have dreams. Yeah, so those are internal karmas that are going on. So constantly, whenever you're not working also, just resting, then also some or the other karma is going on. So I cannot escape from the karma. I can only escape from my expectation being attached to the fruit of that karma. Okay. Any doubts in this one? What does he mean by skillfulness of action?
Hello, Soumya ji.
Sanji?
I have one doubt.
Mhm.
Skillful in action, is it a preparation for a yogi, or is it yoga itself?
It's yoga itself. Like, usse pehle, before that, whatever you're doing is preparation. So this stage doesn't come. I can say, like, one day I sit in meditation and this stage will come. So everything you are doing before that is a preparation. But this is the stage of yoga where there is skillfulness in your action. Okay.
Because
उससे
many
पहले
हाँ, जी जी
हम्म,
जी। क्योंकि कई बार हम लोग देखते हैं कि कई लोग दे आर इंडल्जिंग इन नॉट प्रॉपर या गुड एक्टिविटीज बट दे आर डूइंग 100%. So is it they are yogis or what?
that is why yam and niyam is also very important. है ना?
अच्छा हाँ
तो
हाँ
नहीं, वो purity, they haven't cleansed their mind. Their mind needs to be cleansed. तो जब मैं जो action कर रही हूँ, one thing is that of course there are different types of actions. One is, I can say, one is good action. One is a mixture of both karma. So in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, you will find, I think he has given three types of karma. One is your a good action, which is done by yogi. Yes. One is bad action, okay, which is done by somebody who is in ignorance, and one in which most people exist is a mixture of actions. So that yogi hasn't reached that stage then, जो कि skillfulness आएगी जिसके अंदर, क्योंकि if they are doing something bad, some expectation is still attached to that. है ना? अगर मैं किसी चीज के साथ, this is indulgence then, this is not detachment from whatever I am doing. इसमें attachment आएगी आप, अगर आप कुछ मतलब harm करने के लिए कर रहे हो किसी को.
So it means कि all the sutras ऐसे हमको समझना चाहिए कि कुछ उसमें implied meaning भी है. Exactly sutras को surface value पे नहीं लेना चाहिए, है ना?
नहीं, actually क्या है, when all of these things were written, then there was a different state of mind that people functioned in. So right now, the yuga that we are in, it is very hard to understand these same things. But like earlier, when people like the time in which all of these things were written, उस time पर people had this understanding. Their lifestyle was very different. Like right now, you are viewing this with the current examples and the current way of our understanding. But earlier, the way of understanding was very different, and our lifestyle was very different. So उस हिसाब से they could directly align and understand that this is what they're trying to say. Right now, because we are in so much ignorance, we are like in so much, I can say, avidya, ya agyan, we call that. So that is why we need interpretations. We need the perspective of someone else to broaden our understanding of this thing.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Even in Bhagavad Gita, I think it's given Shukla, Ashukla, Karma. So even there is a division like of karma and what is the quality of your karma.
Yes.
Yeah. So for that, you will have to read the text properly because it has a lot of information. But if you're able to understand even one chapter, so in every chapter he talks of a different form of yoga. So if you're able to understand even one chapter, you will highly benefit from that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So these are the three meanings that we were going to discuss, which are given in the texts. Okay. So try to apply these instead of just writing them down and understanding them that, okay, this is what he's trying to say. Try to change your action during the day. Now, when you're doing a particular task, one thing at a time. Yes, with full awareness. Yes. Also, when you face a situation, you cannot control your reaction, but try to be in a neutral state about that. Okay. Try to shift your perspective when you are dealing with situations, because theory we can read, theory we can understand, but the main thing that matters is how we are applying it in our life. And application is very important when you are on the path of yoga. Okay, implementing what you are learning is the end. Okay, so I'll just cover one more topic for today. So as we did earlier, yoga came from the root word yuj. Okay. So etymologically, there are three more, I can say, divisions of the word yoga. So when you go into Panini grammar, he was a very old rishi and he wrote a text on grammar. So when he wrote that text, he divided the word yoga into three parts because he wanted the meaning of yoga to be very holistic. Okay. So I will write these down in the chat box also. So first thing that he said was, wait. He said, 𝐿, okay, or control. Then second he said was 𝐿 or samadhi. And third one, yoga or union. I'll just spell all three of them. The first one is 𝐿. So YUJSAMAYAMA. Okay. Second is 𝐿. YUJSAMA. yoga. YUJIRYOGA. Okay. Okay. So I'll just start. So Yuj Samyame. Samyam, also we can say Samyam. MNA. Yeah. Sorry. Right. It's a tongue twister for. So this word directly means control or restraint. Okay. So first meaning that I can say for yoga, when he was trying to explain the entire process of yoga, so I will just write the name of the rishi also down, Panini. Panini grammar. Okay. The first thing that he talked of was this restraint or control. So first thing that you try when you start on the path of yoga is try to set a boundary for your mind. So right now it's going haywire. Yeah, it's turning in 10 different directions. So then you start to, when you come on the path of yoga, then you start to give it the food that you think is proper for it. And that food is, I can say, I'm narrowing my path down. Earlier, I was doing 10 different activities. Now I'm working on the path of yoga. So, okay. So, restraint doesn't mean that I'm forcing myself, but I am narrowing down the path, okay, for my mind. Okay. So, this starts happening when you start working on the path of yoga, which leads you to the second stage, which is Yuj Samadhu. Okay, which directly translates to Samadhi or the eighth limb that is given by Patanjali. Now, Samadhi, when we do Ashtanga Yoga separately, we will try to understand it better. But for now, you need to understand that Samadhi means complete absorption in something. Okay, so once I start to narrow down my path, after that, my second goal when I'm doing yoga is to be absorbed in whatever I am doing. Yes. So then he covered one more aspect of the same word, that you start controlling, then you start getting connected with whatever you are doing. Then he moved to the third stage, Yujira Yogi or union. Okay. So in the word yuj, we understood that union, to join, all of these words we did when we did the root word of yoga. So now he has come to the third stage where the union will take place because of the activities that you are doing. Union of your body, mind, and soul or as we discussed earlier, the individual consciousness with the universal consciousness. When the ignorance in man is removed and he is able to absorb himself and not feel separate from the higher power. That higher power can be any god, anything that you believe in. It isn't a religion. Okay, yoga isn't a religion. It's not restricting you to a particular god. It's just saying that the level of absorption is so deep that now I don't feel separate from someone else. That higher power. There is no sense of separation. Like the rain falls, and when it falls in the ocean, then that drop is now a part of the ocean. I cannot see the difference in between both of them. Once it merges with the ocean, then it is one with the ocean. There is union among those things. They are the same thing. The drop of water is the same as the ocean water. Yeah, both of them are water, but they were separate before, and as it goes down and comes in contact with the ocean, it merges with the ocean. Okay. Another example for this can be when I mix salt in water. Then there is no way in which I can distinguish. Both of them have now become one, and I call it salty water. Yeah. So salt was separate, water was separate, but once they mix together, once they come in union together, then they are one. There is no distinction between them. So that is the entire like scope of the word yoga. Yes, where you are restraining yourself to reach to a point where you can be absorbed in something to the limit where there is no distinction between you and the higher power. And that is the stage that is called yoga. Everything before that is just a practice, preparation, or I can say effort to reach that stage. And that stage comes in very naturally. So initially you put an effort, yeah. Initially you put in a lot of effort to come into all of these practices, but you will see the feeling that you get. Now, once you start practicing yoga, you will see that the feeling that you get, the feeling of detachment that you get, is coming very naturally to you. You're putting in effort by doing asana, by doing pranayama, but the feeling, the state of mind that comes in is very natural to you when you get into that process. So they're talking about that natural state that you achieve. There is no effort in that stage. Okay. So this was the overall holistic meaning of yoga. Any doubts in this? Okay. No doubts? Okay. So we have tried to understand yoga very deeply. Now let's play a game because everybody's camera is off. Yeah. So for this game, all of you will turn on your camera so that I can see you. Okay. And Jagriti ji was there before also, so we have already played this game. But the game is basically that all of us are going to add one action. Okay, so and the next person will copy my action and then add their own action. Then the third person will copy the first two actions and then add their own one movement of their own. Okay, so basically if I do this, okay, so the next person will do what? This, and then they can add something that they want to add. So they can clap or they can just do this. Yeah. So uh, everyone just switch on your cameras. Yeah. Okay. 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 So I'm going to start the game. So I am doing this. So sorry, today first class will study. Wait, just hold.
Yeah, ma'am, your camera is not properly clear.
Wait, just 1 second. Okay, yeah, sure. You can get back tomorrow. My camera is not properly placed. You can't see me. How is it now? Is it better?
Actually, your actions are not clear. Actually, there is a still picture of yours.
Oh, okay. How is it now? I'm trying to move so that
No,
I
I
get a
think
better.
the network connection is little down, other side.
Oh, oh. Wait.
Not, I don't think so. Yours, maybe someone else, or maybe the
Okay,
person who.
I will try to follow you. Maybe I will not be clear with the actions of everyone, but I can add a little bit.
Okay. So my action was this. So who is going next? Okay. Anuradha ji, I can see you next, so you can add. Okay, you have to do the first two actions and then add the third one.
Actually, I'm not able to get the actions of everyone.
Okay, great.
My
So
network is not clear. Yeah.
okay, she added this. So Saloni ji, I can see you next. So you add the next one. Huh? Okay. Kate, I can see you next. So
I did not get the first one, sorry.
okay, so first we are adding one action. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Oh, you missed out on one. Okay. I'll move to the next. Sharon, I can see you next. So
I'm not seeing all the people to see the actions.
okay, just add one action from your side.
This become hard.
Add any action from your side. We'll just add that in the game.
I can't see myself. Oh,
Okay. Very nice.
But I couldn't see the rest. Sorry.
Add one
It's
action
same like
with
Chinese
one
whisper. We play Chinese whisper, so you need to add those words and then your word, then you pass.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, but I couldn't see the people's actions. I couldn't see the pictures on my screen. I can only see some people.
Okay. Pooja ji, I can see you next. So continue the same. No. You have to go ahead and do all the previous actions. So you have to start with this and then add. Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. Okay. And Jagrati ji, I can see you next. So.
I should
But
not.
I can't.
I think I should not play, Soumya ji.
Why?
Because I played last time, no?
Okay, you can still participate. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि आप कर नहीं सकते participate. हाँ.
Okay, fine. Actually, मैंने किसी के एक्शन देखे ही नहीं थे. Still, I'm trying.
Okay, yeah. Fine.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. ठीक है, चलो. Okay, great. So I think we'll end today's session. And do come up with any doubts that you get during your day, yeah, in the next class, or and I will address those in the class itself. Okay. So today we discussed the entire meaning of yoga. Okay. Tomorrow we'll move to our next topic. Great.
So all this.
Continue.
Okay, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Actually, as I think he also must be saying that we are having our first class today. So the thing is, in the beginning, I was not able to connect all the things. The two shlokas you said about of Bhagavad Gita. So I was not able to connect because I have not, like, this is the first day. So what exactly, like, how we are supposed to start, like Honestly speaking, I could not get the first one. I got the second and the one you told about Rishi Panini. Rest, I was not able to like, understand properly the beginning part.
Okay, so yesterday, I'm sure that the video of yesterday's class or Saturday's class will be uploaded on YouTube. Okay, so first go and watch that. Okay, so till the first meaning we have done in that class, yoga chitta vritti nirodh. Okay, that part we have done in that class. So watch the YouTube video that is uploaded. Okay, today we did samatvam yoga chitta. That one you are confused in?
Actually, I missed it because there was some network issue from my side, so I had to leave and come back. And by that time, it was all gone from the chat what you all written. So can you write it again? And
Yeah.
other thing is, like uh, like if we start from the day one, like what is the thing? This is only the thing like we study, because all the other people are here, they have already gone through so many things. And so basically, like, where to begin with, the question is
This
this.
is where you begin. This is where you begin. We are restarting the live classes from the beginning. So they started from 2nd July. Yeah. So watch two videos are before this. In one we discussed what philosophy is, and from second we started what yoga is. Okay, because this is your class of yoga philosophy. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So I'll come to Samatvam Yoguchyate. So Samatvam Yoguchyate directly translates to balance or equanimity in uh, basically he's saying balance or equanimity is yoga. Okay.
Can you write it down, the proper shlok?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. Mhm.
This is the
Like,
second 2.4. Okay. I've written the meaning also in the chat box. Yeah. So he says that balance or equanimity is yoga. So basically, I'm not getting affected by whatever is like all of the fluctuations, all of the external environment causes some mental changes, yeah, mental fluctuations, and I react accordingly. So over here, he is saying that a state of being neutral, balanced, is what yoga is. In very brief, I'm telling you this. But this video will also be uploaded on YouTube. Okay, so then you can go back and watch the meaning that we have discussed at length. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Any?
Yes. As mine is also first class. Do you have any book reference or any material so we can read it out, or means we will come to know, because maybe video. All these videos are on our link, or we have to go somewhere else.
All of these videos are uploaded on YouTube, our YouTube channel. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can watch them as many times as you want.
Okay.
Second thing is the material you must have been provided with a course manual. If you are
Yeah.
not, then
Yes.
yeah.
I got
So
that.
all this is in the course manual itself.
Okay. So the topic is yoga philosophy.
Yes. This 11, 12 you have yoga philosophy class.
Okay. Fine. Page number, I think 198 something, no?
That you'll have to look.
Oh, okay.
I don't have the
I'll yeah,
right now.
okay, fine. Yeah.
I can't confirm the page number, but it is in the manual.
Okay. And even this shlokas you were talking about, those are also mentioned, or do we need to refer Bhagavad Gita?
I think they are mentioned, but if they are not, you have written those down. So even if you Google them, you will find them very easy.
Okay, okay, fine. Thank you so much. Yeah.
So we'll end the session. So everybody back and neck straight. Just close your eyes and start watching your breath. We'll take one deep breath, after which we'll chant Om one time, followed by 3 Shantis. Inhale deeply and exhale. Inhale for Om. Shanti.
Shanti,
Shanti.
Shanti, Shanti.
Join both your palms together in front of your chest and just lie down. And remember any one incident from your past 24 hours that you are grateful for, saying a mental thank you. And now rub both your palms together. Place them over your eyes. And slowly, while blinking and looking at your palm, open up your eyes. Come back with a smile. Yeah? Okay. I will see all of you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.